Hello and welcome back. In this part, we're going to be looking into the circulatory system and also the skin. So, the circulatory system is the blood transportation system of the body. Blood is a connective fluid tissue consisting of a number of different cell types. Blood is used to supply the body's tissue with oxygen, hydration, and nutrients, and to help remove carbon dioxide, toxins, and waste products. The heart is the mechanism that keeps the blood circulating with each beat around the body. There are four chambers in the heart: atria, um, left, and then you got atrium and that's on the right. The two on the top, the atria are the two vessels that fill the body and the lungs with blood. Ventricle, so you got the left ventricle and right ventricle are the two chambers at the bottom. The ventricle push the blood to the body and lungs from the heart. A thick muscle wall called the septum runs in the heart from top to bottom, separating the right and left sides. Under high pressure, arteries carry blood from the heart. They have thick walls under high pressure to carry oxygenated blood and sit deep inside the body. Arteries supply the capillaries with oxygen rich blood, which in turn supplies the waste rich blood to the veins. So you got a diagram on this page, which you can see, which is to do with the circulatory system. And we can see that every time we breathe in, we are taking sort of oxygen into our lungs, and then the heart will pump that, and it will go to all the other kidneys and other sort of organs in the body, and as described, it will come as deoxygenated blood. So it is important that when you're doing massage, you always go with the circulation of the heart, so that way you are not disturbing the heart flow. So veins bring blood to the heart. The atria fills the blood with blood and dumped it into the ventricles. Then the ventricles contract, pumping blood from the heart. The atria refill with blood while the ventricles are squeezing and ready for the next contraction. Inside the heart, there are four valves. These valves ensures that blood flows in the right direction. They open to let the blood move forward and then close to keep the blood from flowing backwards immediately. Veins have the thin walls near the surface and at low pressure carry deoxygenated blood. So always do remember, massage upwards. If you're doing the opposite, it could be quite dangerous for the patient. Main functions of the blood. Now, it's also a good idea to learn about the functions of the blood, because at the end of the day, massage provides blood circulation. So it provides oxygen to the body's organs and tissues, removes from the body carbon dioxide, maintains metabolisms of the body, supplies energy to the body, provides life-sustaining food to the body, removing toxins and waste products, transportation of hormones around the body to regulate process of the body, preservation of the body's immune system for defense, breaking down and removing old or damaged cells. Then you got process of sealing and repairing required to heal body injury. So there's quite a lot to learn. So it's always a good idea to go through these notes again yourself and try to highlight areas that you do not find you understand, and then just do further research on those using secondary information or any other sort of books and stuff that you can get hold of. But secondary information is always available because everyone's pretty much got internet these days. Now, because your massage is going to be dealing with a major organ, the skin, so it's good to look into the skin. Now, the skin is a two-layer protective cover for the body. The outer part is called the epidermis, and the inner part is called the dermis. So obviously, we'll be massaging the epidermis part anyway. That's the top part of the skin. The main function of the skin, so sensation, heat or cold. So remember, when you're doing massage, you kind of warm up your hands before you apply your hands onto the client's body. That way, the client will remain not frustrated or anything like that, or feeling cold hands touching them suddenly. So it's best to warm up your hands to just make sure that it is in the right temperature for your client. Heat regulates temperature, absorbs nutrients, protects, eliminates, and storage. So the skin sensory nerve endings can detect variety of stimuli and warn the dangerous body. Touch, pressure, pain, heat, and cold can be detected. So If you're going to keep give warm, hot, warm oil to be massaged the clients, then just make sure it is the right temperature. It's not too hot, and so it doesn't really burn them or anything like that. Now you got absorption. The epidermis can absorb oxygen, carbon dioxide, fat soluble vitamins, and small amounts of water. It can also absorb ultraviolet radiation and convert it into vitamin D, various chemicals. So that's really good, especially if you're going out in the sun, and getting yourself some vitamin D as well. Protection. The skin has an antibacterial sweat and sebum film known as the acid mantle that helps prevent the skin's surface from multiplying bacteria and microorganisms. The skin's subcutaneous layer contains fat cells that help protect the body from and cushion it. Melanin produced in the basal layer helps to protect the body from ultraviolet radiation. Overlapping cells in the stratum corneum, skin's outermost layer, helps prevent body water loss and acts as a deterrent to microorganisms that enter the skin. So elimination, the skin's eccrine gland produces sweat, which helps eliminate waste such as urea, uric acid, ammonia, and lactic acid through the sudden action. So you also have storage. Fat and water is stored in the skin. The subcutaneous layer holds about 15% of all bodily fluids. So yeah, a lot of functions of the skin. That's why it is important that when you're doing massage, you must use a very good oil. So grapeseed oil, make sure it's organic. You can get some organic products, Amazon, eBay, and if you know any sort of nearby health stores in your local area, you can also visit them. So don't use baby oil, because baby oil is, it's not organic. It's got some other things in there. So you just use organic products so you can really moisturize the skin. So the skin consists of 3 separate layers: the epidermis, the dermis, and the subcutaneous layer. It just goes more into detail on this page. Okay, so have a read of the skin. The dermis is composed of hair. The growth throughout the body is apart from the hands, palms, and the feet soles. Hair is made of keratin, which is a protein. It's not alive. It keeps us warm and helps the feeling of touch. Hair follicles. These follicles hold the hair and hair shaft in place and provide the hair with nourishing blood via the dermal papilla inside the follicles. Then you got erectile pili, eccrine sweat glands, and so many other. So the epidermis is made up of 5 layers. So you got the horny layer, you got the clear layer, the granular layer, prickle cell layer, basal layer. Okay, so that's pretty much the skin part done. And look into the next clip. Just make sure you go through all the skin parts, learn about these different terms. The more you learn, the more better you'll be able to advise your clients. But just do make sure you go for grapeseed oil or sweet almond oil if you prefer that. These oils can be used as a base oil for other things like aromatherapy. So aromatherapy is going to be a different course. Hopefully we will share some details on that. So yeah, see you in the next clip.